Aravind.
Hello friends, my name is Akash. Our team name is Candy.
We have selected the topic is network security.
We will explain the topic in very easy manner.
So before getting to the topic, we need to understand
What is network?
and also the function of network. If you understand these topics,
It will be very easy for you. Let's see.
now let's understand one by one. Before getting into network security, you need to understand what is a network and what are the function it is doing and how it was working, what are the protocols used in that, and how the security is working on that. Let's see one by one. If two or more devices interconnected each other and share a file, then it's said to be in computer network. For example, here 8 computers are sharing some common files in between them with the help of a computer network. That's all. This is a simple concept of computer network. Without a computer network, it is impossible to connect all these computers. Have you ever wondered how the messages is transferring from one device to another? How the computer network actually take a message to one place to another? Let's see. This is the OSI model in computer network. This model is responsible for the communication between two devices. We are not going to see all these layers because it will take so much time. I will explain you very simply the main layers of this network. Now let's see an example. Take a burger and split it into 4 equal parts. The first part is known as the application layer, and the second part is called transport layer, and third part is internet layer, and the final part is network layer. The main function of the network layer is to convert your data into packets. For example, if you send a hi how are you message, means it converted into 3 packets, like means hi 1 packet, how are second packet, you third packet. Likewise, your data is converted into 3 packets and sent over the network to the end user. I will show you one example. In this example, you clearly understand how the messages are transferring between 2 computers. See that how are you message is divided into 3 different packets and sent over a computer network to the receiving computer. This is a simple logic.
Now let's see what happened when you send the message without security.
Your messages have a lot of chance to be interrupted and be attacked by different persons.
Let's see one by one.
Our messages can be attacked in the following 2 ways, either actively or passively. The active attack may be classified into interruption and modification. Further, the passive attack has been classified into release of message content and traffic analysis. Let's see one by one. Let's consider this example. Here, Alice is sending an important message to Bob through a computer network without any security. How far this message is secured? Let's see. Here, active attack is going to be implemented. What is an active attack? An active attack is nothing but an alteration or modification of a data. For example, here the banking password is being altered or modified. So Bob receives a wrong banking ID and banking details. Eventually, the Eve misuse the data and get access to the bank. This is a simple example of active attack. Second thing is passive attack. In passive attack, the data is not going to be altered or modified. Instead, the data is going to be illegally leaked on internet. For example, Eve is not going to access the message or alter it. He simply take the message out and sold it in the darknet for hundreds of dollars, or even blackmail the Bob for his confidential data. This is a simple concept of passive attack. So passive attack is nothing but leaking the information or blackmailing the end user.
To avoid this, you need to follow a protocol, that is IPsec, Internet Protocol Security.
This protocol establishes a secure connection between 2 devices.
Not only IPsec, there are so many protocols available in this network layer, but the main protocol used to secure our message is Internet Protocol Security. This protocol only secure our message and gives end-to-end encryption policy. Now let's see how this protocol exactly securing our message while traveling through a computer network. Let's get into this working principle. Before getting into that, you need to know what is IPsec protocol. IPsec is a group of protocols that are used together to set up an encrypted connection between two devices. You are already familiar with this type of methods. You already seen it in WhatsApp Messenger or a Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM. Every messages are encrypted. But how it's actually encrypted? There are two keys available for a user. One is private key and the second one is public key. If you understand this key concept means, then you will easily understand how the end-to-end encryption process is working. Simple common definition for these keys are: a public key is used to lock your device. Likewise, the private key is used to open the devices. A person without a private key cannot open your devices. So that's all friends. This is a simple concept of key. Okay friends, now let's remake this definition into a technical definition. A public key is used to encrypt your data and a private key is used to decrypt your data. According to the name, the public key is always common. It always stored in an online directory so that another user can use your public key to encrypt the data, whereas private key is a unique key provided only for you and used to decrypt the data. See this definition again. A public key enables user to encrypt a message to other individual on the system, whereas the private key enable you can decrypt a message secured by your public key. So I hope you understand with the key exchange concept. Next I will show you another example.
Now you understand what is an end-to-end encryption process.
If you want clear explanation, let you see the picture representation.
Let's get into the slide. Here Alice is trying to send a file to Bob. So he's sending the file. The computer network automatically uses the Bob public key to encrypt the message. I already mentioned that public key is used to encrypt the message. Then the encrypted file is transmitting through the computer network. Intermediately, a third man is trying to access the file, but he cannot access the file since it was encrypted and he don't have access of private key. Then it's traveling to Bob's. Then that with the help of private key, Bob decoding it and reading the file. So this is how the end-to-end encryption process is working. Let's see another example for better understanding. In this one, the sender is sending a plain text. Directly, the recipient's public key it came forward to encrypt the plain text. Next, the encrypted message is become the ciphertext. Ciphertext is nothing but the combination of letters, symbols, or etc. Then the ciphertext is traveling to the recipients, where the recipient private key is decrypting it. Again, the decrypted message converted into the plain text, and the recipient receives the message. This is the end-to-end encryption process. This end-to-end encryption process only carried out in the WhatsApp call, WhatsApp messages, Facebook messages, everything where. So thus our messages are secured in this era. We don't need to bother about any type of attack if your messages are end-to-end encrypted. There are a lot of ways to prevent your messages from being attacked, but this end-to-end encryption is one of the most efficient way in this modern period. It also offers other protocols like authentication header and encapsulating security payload. These are other protocols offered by IPsec, but these are outdated. The end-to-end encryption is always used everywhere right now in this year. So only throughout this video I explained only one concept called end-to-end encryption very detailedly. I hope you understand it. The remaining also the same like that.
You are sending hundreds of messages to your family, friends and etc.
You may use Airtel or Jio, but you should know how your messages are transferred between two devices.
Also, how far they are securely transferring. That's an important concept we have teach throughout this video lesson. I hope you enjoy our video and listen something new in your life.
If you have any queries,
you need contact us by
www.teamcandy.com.
.com.